Hello and welcome to the third video on our series of code extensions within VREasy. In this video, we are going to build upon the class that we created in the second video on when we were talking about send message action. The class is interchange action, which is a very simple class that when the method interchange is called, swaps the positions of objects referenced by A and B. So A and B can be any objects on your scene. Very simple. So we are going to make that a standalone action that can be used in any of your VR elements, such as 2D and 3D buttons. So my starting scene is a H&D camera rig prefab that comes from SteamVR, and I've already configured the right controller as a pointer selector. I also have cube A and cube B, which are the cubes that are going to swap positions when I call interchange action. So why do we want to create new actions? So new actions are just custom scripts that are called when a VR element is activated, such as a 2D button or a 3D button. So we have VREasy comes with plenty of actions. We try to cover the main or the most common used functionality, such as activate objects, or load scenes, or move objects, or play an animation, or an audio script, etc. But we recognize that we can't possibly cover all possible actions for all possible scenes and applications. So we've allowed a code extension functionality for you to bring new actions and for VREasy to be able to pick up on them and interface with them with ease. So to do that, we need to encapsulate our new class in the namespace VREasy. The reason for that is because VREasy is going to dynamically look at the code that is within this namespace to see if we have any new actions. So any action needs to extend the class VRAction, which is an abstract class or an interface that all actions should implement. So we will see that all VR actions needs to have the method triggered, and we can go ahead and ask Unity to implement it for us. This is a class that is going to be the method that is going to be called when our action is actually activated. So, for instance, if you're using a 2D button and you activate that button, and this is the action attached to that button, then this is the method, the point of call that is activated. So here is where you want to put your actual code for doing the action. So in this case, all we're going to do is call the interchange method. So every time the button is activated, or every time the action is activated, then the interchange method will be called, and hence objects A and B will be swapped. That is pretty much it. So let's test it. To test it, I'm going to create a very simple 2D button with some of our default sprites. It doesn't really matter which ones you use. In this case, I'm going to use these ones, and I'm going to make it a billboard because it's always nice when buttons look your way. And if everything has gone correctly, you should see actions trigger. You should already see your new action in the list. So this is done through reflection. So remember, any class that extends the VR action class and is within the namespace VREasy will appear here. Alright, and you're able to link them to buttons or VR elements. Okay, so we're just going to create the button. There it is, and we are going to test it right away. Alright, so we have a controller, we've got a pointer controller, and when we activate it, and of course, this is due to the fact that we've forgotten to actually populate the properties and the interchange action. So we'll do that, and it should be good to go. Okay, there it goes. So now there's our scene, our objects, and when we activate it, we can see the object swapping. So the difference with the functionality that we saw in video 2 with the send message is that it is now the button itself that is doing the swapping. So it is an action within the button that is doing the swapping, as opposed to a message that is being sent to an external object that does the swapping. All right, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. See you later.